Hello YouTubers. Today I'm going to talk about flashlights, or a flashlight. I was at Tractor Supply and picked up, this is by JobSmart. Another company that makes these are, I believe it's Fuller. They make a plastic version of this. This is aluminum. Pretty hefty, seems pretty robust. A nice little flashlight. Picked it up for $19. Now, these come with filters, or some of them do. And the Fullers do for sure. But, well, ain't no filters in there. The reason there's no filters in there is because JobSmart made a modification to these, and it's not to get these threads on any easier. Normally this switch is black metal with a slide up and down to turn it on and a button for signaling. Okay, that is the white light. Excuse me. Then you have red, blue, and red, that's actually green, and blue. Now, the advantage of this system for me is if I want to use the filters, I don't have to unscrew them and use one at a time. I can just cycle through them. And if it's at night and I want to use the blue filter, but I don't want anyone to see the other light, well, and you're on blue. So you can just, that's red. Well, let me get this. And that would be green. So you can get to whatever filter you need, or you can just cycle through them. Another thing, if that's on, you hit white, it cycles through them and you don't have to turn them off to use the other one. Now this battery, AA, says about 8 hours. This is about 400 lumas, I believe is what it said. It's a pretty strong flashlight. I'm really happy with it. The old military kind, and I had a couple of them, oh, man, you could barely see anything with them. They were real dull, and I mean, back then they were okay, but you couldn't see except the ground right in front of you, and that was about it. It was mainly used for signaling. This is nice and bright. It's got the RGB, the red, green, blue button here, so you don't have to screw taking that out. And this, it will hold filters. It's just that you don't need them, so I'm going to put fire starter in here. Now the advantage, the big advantage, yeah, and it's never easy. Well, I should say it's easy when I'm not doing a video. That's the way it works. The advantage is if you're out and let's say you're trailing blood from a deer and you need to use the filters, or you think that's going to help you find it easier, then you don't have to take them off and say, well, let me try red. Okay, red's not working because it's blood. Let me try green. If it don't work, you got to try blue. With this, you just push the button and you're there. Now, trailing an animal by its blood with one of these, I'm skeptical. I am not sure that would be a good idea. Let me show you why. Still not very dark because of the skylight, but all right, red, see that pretty good, no problem, especially on white if you're tracking in snow. Now the cup is washed out. I mean, that'd be hard to see on any type of background. This oil can's a little bit better, but you get the point. Green, it turns them black. Now if you're tracking in snow, that's great. You can see that clear as day, or clear as night with a green filter. Blue, when you get close to it, it's red, but it's still dark. So again, snow would be good for this if you're tracking on snow. But then so's the white light. So I'm not sure how useful the filters are for that. What they are useful for is when you, excuse me, when it's night and you don't want to lose your night blindness, green's good for that. Blue's really good, and you can read, and it's not going to affect your night vision like that will. And that's the original idea of the filters, I think, was to preserve your nighttime vision and to signal. This does not have the little signal button, but who knows Morse code nowadays? You know, the 8 people that do, and they're all amateur radio. So not having the signal button is no big deal. And if you just want to do where people can see you flashing, you know, that will get their attention. But I've been real pleased with this. It's heavy. This is going to be able to take a beating. So I'm not worried about this. Now it says, you know, you can't drop it over a certain distance. It's either 1 meter or 3 meters. I believe it would 3 meters possibly. I can't believe this will break at 1 meter. But really nice looking. It's from JobSmart. Tractor Supply is where I got this one for $19. And it's a real nice flashlight. I like it. Again, having these buttons here when I'm using it at night and I want a less visible light, man, it's just right on the side. I don't have to unscrew anything. You know how these are difficult to get back on sometimes. And it's bright. It's got the, I know I keep doing that, but I really like that, having that there. That makes the filters useful. When I had the old style with the filters in the cap, never did use them just to try them out, and that was it, because they're kind of a pain to deal with. This has a hanging loop, sits down flat, so you can stick it on the ground or whatever, and turn it on and use it. Got the clip on a backpack or some web gear, so you don't have to. You don't have to have it in your hand, hands free, while you're walking down a path. Nice little flashlight. Seems real robust, real tough. And the filters, or the different color LEDs, good if you want a low light or less noticeable light to see what you're doing. Tracking, I don't know if it's any good, but I mean, at least if you're going to try it, you don't have to mess around with pulling filters out and screwing this off and putting it back on. So for that, it's real easy. But anyway, nice flashlight, been working really good. Bright, uses AA batteries, get them anywhere. The Fulton uses D, and they say it's heavier than this one with the D's in it, and this is pretty hefty. But it's, I don't know if they make an aluminum one. I don't know if Fulton does. A lot of theirs are plastic with the old style on-off button for signaling, and the filters are in the end cap, which this I like a lot better. But anyway, good flashlight. Recommend that you pick one up if you're interested in this type of stuff. Not very expensive. Seems like it's going to last. But anyway, thanks for watching.